Hello, so I'm reviewing my math for the beginning of my fall 2020 semester, and there's a math problem that I would like to work on. Um, it's involving Euler's formula, and I want to work on the problem. It's not a problem that's given in the review that I'm doing. It's just um, part of the um, information that's given. But for me to understand it, I want to figure out on my own the calculations that are needed to find a solution and to relate concepts of the Euler's formula um, so I can better understand it. So the formula for the text says Euler's formula expresses a complex number in terms of an exponential function. So a complex number is in the form of a plus bi. Okay, so that's a complex number. This is the imaginary part, and this is the real part. And so the information that's in a box that shows an equation that is related to the statement, Euler's formula expresses a complex number in terms of an exponential function, has this written: e to a plus bi multiplied by x equals e to ax multiplied by cos bx. I like to put parentheses, but in the book there's no parentheses. Plus I sine bx. So this is the equation that's in a box after that statement. So my knowledge, my understanding of the math and calculations so far understands the process that took this expression and result, which gave this expression. So I'll show you how this expression goes to this expression. Okay, so let's look at this. E to a power, and the power is being multiplied by x. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to write e, and then I'm going to multiply x to each of these terms inside the parentheses. E by x times a is ax plus x times bi. I'll write it as b, well, I bx. I decided to write the I first because it's going to be separated out and you're going to have bx. So it looks nicer when it matches up with what's inside the parentheses for the trigonometric functions. So I'm distributed the x inside of this binomial. Okay, so now I have this. let me write it a little bit better, because this plus sign looks like it's part of this ax, but it's actually separate. So okay, so now the rules of exponents now apply here. So a number that is raised to an expression that has addition or subtraction can be written like this. For instance, e to x plus b can be written as a product or multiplication, such as e to x multiply, I'll use the dot as the multiplication symbol here, e to the b. So this can be written as this also, following the rules of exponents. So now I'm going to take this and write it in this form. So e to ax plus I bx equals e to ax then it's going to be multiplied by the same base, which is e to ibx. ibx. It's a little small. I'll try to write a little bigger. So now we've found this part here. EAX is here. Now the parentheses is going to be represented by this value here. So now e to ibx is now cos bx plus I sine bx, and that's the Euler's principle. So a number, say a number raised to a complex value, say ix, can be written as cos x plus I sine x. So the I now goes in front of the sine function, and whatever is being multiplied by the I is inside the parentheses of the trigonometric functions. So using that same concept, I'm now going to translate this value here into a trigonometric expression or function. So e to I bx can also be written as cos bx plus I sine bx. And now we found this value, the second part of this multiplication, and that's this. So I've taken this expression and I've gotten the values or the products for this. So we have the e to the ax multiplied by e to the ibx. And I've found the calculations that took me from here to here. This value and this value gave me, so this EAX came from this e to the AX multiplied by e to the IBX, which is this part. So e to the e to the ex is this part here, and e to the ibx is this part here. Okay, so I understand now in my review of this Euler's. So Euler is written as E-U-U-L-E-R, Euler, or Euler. I think that's the way you say it. I don't remember the way it's pronounced, but I think it's pronounced that way. Okay, so in the next video, I'm going to use this same concept to move on in the review that I'm doing, to apply it to a more complex equation using the same transfer from one expression to the other. Okay, so I'm really doing a review, and I've learned that trying to teach a subject or something helps in learning. So I'm trying to see if I can teach this without going forward in the book. I'm trying to do this on my own, and this way it helps in developing my mental processes, making all of those neurons connect better, and it helps me to better understand it. It helps me to remember it better, and understanding the concepts helps me to keep this in my mind longer, rather than just reviewing and then maybe just forgetting it quicker. So okay, so I'll see you in the next video.